Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Flights. Tonight we've got 3 wines we're going to go through, so I'm going to try to buzz through this as quick as I can. One of the major trends in wine in the past few years has been aging wine in barrels other than wine barrels. Specifically bourbon barrels, other spirit barrels too, but bourbon barrels seem to be the big one. So we're doing 3 bourbon barrel aged wines tonight. We are going to start with 2 Cabernet Sauvignons from California. We're going to finish up with a Petite Verdot here from Colorado. So starting off with Thousand Stories Cabernet Sauvignon 2017, their bourbon barrel aged product. On the nose, right away I get a little vanilla. I got red licorice. And some smokiness. You can definitely smell a little bit of that bourbon barrel. Let's see what we got on the palate. That's not bad at all. I get plum. Definitely plum. Kind of a cherry cola, actually. Cherry cola, and I want to say the burnt sugar part of a creme brulee dessert, that toasted sugar on top. Really good. I think it's got a peppery finish with white pepper. With maybe a little bit of graphite on there. I know it sounds weird, but it's just what I'm tasting. Next, we are going to go to a Beringer Brothers wine, another 2017 Cab Sauv out of California. Beringer Brothers is an offshoot from Behringer Vineyards. The Beringer Brothers line is all bourbon barrel aged wines, so it should be a little different. Oh, that's got tremendous, beautiful nose on a much richer nose. And what I get, sometimes I've said before that I get tobacco in a wine or on the nose. This one I definitely do, but what I get is like a pipe tobacco. I'm thinking cherry tobacco. Something sweet like that you would put in a pipe. The sweetness definitely carries through. I think that's from the bourbon. I'm tasting more of the bourbon and the sweetness. It's much less dry than the Thousand Stories, lower in tannins. It's definitely sweeter on the front of the palate. I get hazelnuts and toffee maybe, like English toffee, like a Heath bar. Blackberry on the finish, and really late on the finish, I just kind of get a little punch of chocolate as everything starts to dissipate, just a little punch of chocolate in there. Now we're going to go to the Colorado wine, 100% Petite Verdot from Colorado. Turquoise Mesa up in Broomfield, one of our favorite wineries. This is their 2018 Fireside Red. That is what they call their bourbon barrel aged offering. Right off the nose, I definitely get more of the char from the bourbon barrel. Oddly enough, there's something a little sweet in there too, almost like a candy. I actually want to say maybe a saltwater taffy. Wow. Now, this wine I had before, and I knew I wanted to save it to last because it is very dry. It would have dried out my palate for the other 2 wines, so I saved it till the end. I get dried strawberries and a nutty cocoa in there, like a nutty cocoa powder, baking cocoa. Really nice finish, a little bit acidic, but if you know me, you know I love big dry wines. So many times bourbon barrel aged wines seem to soak up so much of the bourbon. They have too much of the barrel and the bourbon in there that's all you taste. These 3 are actually 3 great representations of wines that you can taste that in there, but it's very subdued. I was expecting that one of these 2 California wines would be much heavier on the bourbon. I'm pleasantly surprised that they're not. Maybe it's just that they're a year older and they've had a little more shelf time to sit, or maybe they aged them a little longer outside the barrel. But they're all great. I think they're going to go great with dinner tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend, and thanks for joining us. Cheers.